position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Paul. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the running back. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Defense just destroyed this play. He's going to lose 10.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Complete downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Harris will throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the right. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Aggies.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it out. It's Jamison. didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill? Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the wildcat formation here. Back has it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the wildcat.
Man, that D-tackle has an explosive first step. He shot right out of his stance. He was in the backfield, and he was able to make the tackle for loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving. Throwing on the run. He's got it on the sideline. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Quarterback keeper. Gets it past the marker. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hitter. He just got tired. They go to the ground.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Using his feet. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Oh, they're after him. Fires downfield. He's got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. The give on the option. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the back. Fights off the defender. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Golden. Scrambling away. On the run, fires downfield. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Rides it and reads it. He's going to keep it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Snagged out of the air. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Let's go! Let's go! He's looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolverine! How about being completely oblivious to the rush, standing in, delivering the football, and taking the big hit?
And everybody's going, yeah, I'm sure that's easy. Well, you do it with all those big boys breathing down your neck with bad intentions. They want to rip your head off, but you're just going to hang in there. You know, I'm going to stay calm, deliver the pass. Great job, great effort.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
Turning it on. Smashes it and runs through another one. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Rides to back and leaves it. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Handoff to the single running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with the...
And the defense got him at the 27. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you can tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
He got it. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Golden. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Buys a little time with his feet. They get to him as he throws. On target to the left. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's a good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage, take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's how you have a short memory. That's how you forget about the big play that just happened, and you line up in your stance and you respond. Great job by the defense, lining up, getting after the quarterback, even after they made a big play.
That's it, fly. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Michigan. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to Ohio State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The sure hands, it's DeLuca. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Harris back to pass. Finds his tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Texas A&M going quickly. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Toss to the left. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there.
Breaks into the open on the left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air. It's Golden. Flushed out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Jamison. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Tripped up for the tackle. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's DeLuca. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Trying to get rid of it, and they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Under fire. Inside the 30. Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. To the air. It's Golden. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man and makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Wolverines have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the ball's free in the backfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Direct snap. Slithers into space.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. It'll be a draw. Fouls through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
I That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Yeah, nice play by the defense. Third and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Harper. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Third downs are a huge determining factor in winning and losing games. And what a great play by the defense that time. Going up against one of the best third down offenses in the entire country. Great job breaking on the ball and helping force the incompletion.
Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds just short of the first down marker, and the defense gets a stop. Off play action on first down. Got a man in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Power football with the run. There he goes. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Got room to work. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
He breaks a tackle, and he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Back to throw, it's Harper. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking for a gap. It's Wall. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. It's complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got him this time. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's the pressure. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Harper. Moves around to clear up the vision. Grab near the marker, it's Jamison. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball, they have the clock on their side, and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one.
Going to the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Wolverine. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with the lone back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw it.
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Harris will throw. Right on the money. Runs through the tackle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So here comes the Michigan offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. Turning it on! He was searching for that first down marker, but he'll come up short. They stop him at the 22. It'll be 4th down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Let's see if this offense comes out swinging from the first play of the drive down late. Harris back to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Using his legs, it's Wall.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And the Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Surging forward on the sneak. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You don't even see quarterbacks under center very often, but when you do, and it's short yardage, you kind of know what's coming, but it didn't matter. Quarterback does a great job. Find some space, keep those feet moving, just fall forward, get that yardage, and he gets the big first down.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Yeah, and really good third down situational defense. You know it's third and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Snagged in the middle. It's Traylor. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Under a minute to play, they can just take a knee and put this game on ice.
It's such a good feeling, the best feeling in the world. The best formation is victory formations for offense, where I can just catch the snap, take a knee, Jesse, and watch that clock run.
And it's got to feel good, too, because this was a physical football game. Both teams leaving it all on the field, and the offense now an opportunity to ice this thing, take the dub into the locker room, and get ready for your next opponent.
And the Wolverines come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in this.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
Now we'll put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.